Japanese people, we don't have that many who can speak English. But we keep importing convenient words and concepts that don't exist in Japanese, and we evolve them in our own way. Yes, pronunciation not included. By the way, this is Shiro, the samurai who will be joining us from today. My pet. He just can't move his limbs because of my poor editing skills. Anyway, getting back to the point, we use fake English in daily life. So this time, I'd like to introduce a few English words that have become completely naturalized in Japanese, the kind that 100 out of 100 people would know. Elderly people are an exception. Alright, let's take a look. First is psychopath. We say
psychopath.
That's how we pronounce it. That's our limit. Especially the TH sound, we're not built for it. I once bit my tongue practicing pronunciation and couldn't speak for 3 days. Just like in English, it refers to a person who is antisocial and lacks empathy. In Japan, it became a common word thanks to movies and dramas. Also, we often use it jokingly. It seems to have a heavier, more clinical or criminological meaning in English-speaking countries, but we don't care about that. It's just the perfect word for someone who looks normal but is messed up inside. Lesson.
Look, I rearranged everything in the fridge by category and lined them up by expiration date.
サイコパスじゃん。
Next is metabolism. We say
メタボリズム。
we can use it as is, but we usually shorten it to
メタボ。
Japanese people have a habit of abbreviating words using the first syllable. We hate long words. Time is money. If anti-disestablishmentarianism were imported, we'd probably stop at anchi. A remote controller becomes remocon. Anyway, we don't use metabolismu to mean metabolism. We use it to mean a slightly overweight state. Basically, it's something you say to someone who's chubby. So be very careful when you say, you have good metabolism, to a Japanese person. You might end up hanging from a cherry tree. Even in health checkups, the term metabodiagnosis is officially used. A scientific term that evolved into a social phenomenon, very Japanese. Lesson.
Doesn't it feel like gravity is stronger just around him?
彼はメタボなので。
Infrastructure. We pronounce it
インフラストラクチャー。
infrastructure works too, but in daily life we just say
インフラ。
what would we do with supercalifragilisticexpialidocious? Anyway, infrastructure appears constantly in political and economic news, and it's completely naturalized in Japanese. Roads, electricity, water, the foundation of society. Same meaning as English. Lesson.
If you lived on the moon, what would you want to do first?
多分、インフラ整備から。
Well, considering how congested Japanese roads are, you can't blame her for thinking that. Consensus, we pronounce it
コンセンサス。
Consensus is extremely important in Japanese business culture. Since Japanese companies value everyone's agreement, we might use this word more often than English speakers do. Just make sure you define who everyone is. Your manager's wife's consensus is not required. Lesson.
Can I go ahead and submit this proposal?
コンセンサス取った
Algorithm. We pronounce it
アルゴリズム。
By the way, Japanese doesn't distinguish between L and R. They both become R. That's why rice being an R saved us. But Lululemon is unforgivable. In Japan, algorithm is an IT term. We don't really use it yet to mean everyday behavior patterns or habits. The meaning is guessable, so it would be understood, but anyway, thanks to our IT-heavy society, the word and its meaning are widely known, especially in conversations about social media and search engines. Well, dozing off in the office is dangerous. Lesson.
Look! My for loop is running forever. Just like my life.
落ち着いて、まずはアルゴリズムを変えよう。
Identity. We pronounce it
アイデンティティ。
This one is also completely naturalized as a general word in Japan. It's used almost the same way as in English. Japanese tends to favor foreign words for abstract concepts, and this is a prime example. We can express it in Japanese, but we prefer loanwords. Not for rational reasons, but because it makes us feel just a tiny bit smarter. Lesson.
Your boyfriend presses the close button in elevators really fast.
ええ、それが彼のアイデンティティよ。
Lastly, charisma. We say
カリスマ、
same meaning as English, but in Japan it has its own culture. Charisma hairdresser, charisma salesperson. It means someone with overwhelming popularity in a specific profession. Charisma has become a kind of brand in Japan, and it appears frequently in the media. Lesson.
He was staring at the night sky all evening.
宇宙側が彼のカリスマ性を観測しているのよ。
Let's stop here. I still don't fully understand how these words are positioned in your culture. But there's one thing I can say. Thank you for creating such convenient words. Your language crosses borders and brings us new concepts. And as for how we modify them, I'll apologize in advance.